Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated matchups of NFL Week 6. The Detroit Lions are heading to Texas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. This game is shaping up to be an absolute thriller, so grab your favorite game day snacks and let's break it down. Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We're diving deep into one of the most anticipated matchups of NFL Week 6. The Detroit Lions are heading to Texas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. This game is shaping up to be an absolute thriller, so grab your favorite game day snacks and let's break it down. First off, let's talk about the Detroit Lions. Who would have thought we'd be saying this? But the Lions are looking like legitimate contenders this season. They're coming into this game with a 4-1 record, sitting pretty at the top of the NFC North. Dan Campbell has this team believing, and it's showing on the field. Jared Goff has been silencing his critics left and right. He's playing some of the best football of his career, with 1,265 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, and just 3 interceptions through 5 games. But it's not just Goff. This Lions offense is clicking on all cylinders. Amon-Ra St. Brown is proving that last year was no fluke, already racking up 395 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. And let's not forget about rookie running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who's been electric when he's on the field. On the other side of the ball, Aiden Hutchinson is living up to his draft hype. He's been a force to be reckoned with, already notching 3.5 sacks and constantly pressuring opposing quarterbacks. The Lions' defense as a whole has been much improved from last year, currently ranking in the top half of the league in points allowed. But let's not count out the Dallas Cowboys just yet. America's team is sitting at 3-2, and while that might not be where they want to be, they're still very much in the hunt in the competitive NFC East. Dak Prescott has had his ups and downs this season, but we all know he's capable of lighting it up on any given Sunday. The Cowboys' offense hasn't been as explosive as we're used to seeing, but they've still got plenty of firepower. CeeDee Lamb is always a threat to take it to the house, and Tony Pollard has been solid as the featured back. The big question mark for Dallas is their offensive line. They've been hit hard by injuries, and it's showing in their production. However, where the Cowboys have really shined this year is on defense. Micah Parsons is making a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year, terrorizing opposing offenses with his versatility and athleticism. Trayvon Diggs continues to be a ball hawk in the secondary, and overall, this unit is giving up just 16.6 points per game, good for third best in the league. Now, let's talk about the matchup itself. This game is going to be won or lost in the trenches. Can the Lions' offensive line, which has been one of the best in the league, hold up against the Cowboys' fearsome pass rush? On the flip side, can the Cowboys' banged-up O-line give Dak enough time to find his receivers downfield against an improving Lions defense? Another key factor to watch is the turnover battle. Both teams have been pretty good at taking care of the ball this season, but in a close game like this one is shaping up to be, one mistake could be the difference. The oddsmakers have the Cowboys as slight favorites, with the line hovering around 2.5 points. The over/under is set at 48.5, suggesting we could be in for a high-scoring affair. But as we all know, anything can happen on any given Sunday in the NFL. If I'm making a prediction, and you know I have to, I'm going with the Lions in a mild upset. I think their balanced offense will be able to keep the Cowboys' defense on their toes, and Aiden Hutchinson could have a field day against that depleted Dallas O-line. Final score, Lions 27, Cowboys 24. But here's the thing, this game is about so much more than just the final score. It's about two teams trying to prove they belong in the conversation of NFC contenders. For the Lions, it's a chance to show that their hot start isn't a fluke, that they can go into a hostile environment and beat a quality opponent. For the Cowboys, it's an opportunity to right the ship after a couple of tough losses and remind everyone why they're always in the playoff mix. Let's not forget the coaching matchup either. Dan Campbell and Mike McCarthy are two of the most scrutinized coaches in the league, for very different reasons. Campbell has won over Lions fans with his passion and energy, but now he needs to show he can out-scheme one of the more experienced coaches in the league. McCarthy, on the other hand, is constantly under pressure in Dallas, where anything short of a deep playoff run is considered a failure. One player I'm really excited to watch in this game is Lions rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. He's been a revelation so far this season, already becoming one of Goff's favorite targets. The Cowboys have had some issues covering tight ends in the past, so don't be surprised if Laporta has a big game. For the Cowboys, keep an eye on Brandon Cooks. He hasn't quite found his rhythm in the Dallas offense yet, but this could be his breakout game. The Lions' secondary, while improved, can still be vulnerable to speed on the outside, and Cooks has plenty of that. Now, let's talk about some of the key individual matchups that could decide this game. First up, we've got Lions left tackle Taylor Decker going up against Cowboys edge rusher DeMarcus Lawrence. Decker has been rock solid this year, but Lawrence is always a handful. If Decker can keep Lawrence in check, it'll go a long way towards keeping Goff clean and the Lions' offense humming. On the other side of the ball, I'm really intrigued by the matchup between Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb and Lions cornerback Cameron Sutton. Sutton has been a great addition to the Lions secondary, but Lamb is one of the best route runners in the league. This battle could go a long way in determining how effective the Cowboys' passing game is. Let's not forget about special teams either. Both the Lions and Cowboys have solid kicking games, but in a close contest like this one is shaping up to be, a big return or a clutch field goal could be the difference. Keep an eye on Lions return specialist Caleb Raymond. He's always a threat to break one. One factor that could play into this game is the weather. A T&T stadium has a retractable roof, but if it's open, the Texas heat could be a factor. The Lions, coming from the climate-controlled confines of Ford Field, might struggle if it's a particularly warm day in Dallas. But regardless of the outcome, this game is shaping up to be one of the most entertaining of Week 6. We've got two high-powered offenses, two aggressive defenses, and two teams with a lot to prove. It's the kind of matchup that reminds us why we love NFL football.